present here. I'm really happy to see such a huge crowd here, and thanks for accepting our words and coming here. And I would like to welcome all of you once again. And first of all, I'm very pleased to welcome Mr. Rajadurai sir, Chief Executive Officer, Success Point Overseas Education Consultancy, and Mrs. Valarmati Rajadurai, co-founder, Success Point Overseas Education Consultancy, for organizing this wonderful event for all the students who are dreaming to go abroad. I thank you, sir. Welcome, sir, to this event. And I'm now pleased to welcome the most important guest of this meeting, Mr. Taranjit Singh, sir, Client Support Officer, India and Nepal for BPP University. Thank you, sir, for coming here. And he is going to conduct the spot admission for all of the students present here. And I thank once again for all of you for coming here. And I thank all my colleagues for your kind support and contribution to arranging this wonderful event. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I now invite all the staff members to give the gift to the sir.
Here I like to call upon our director, sir, Mr. Rajadurai, to give a clear idea on this program.
Good morning to all. I am Rajadurai from Success Point. I am CEO of that company. I want to going to give some brief about our Success Point. Success Point is started in 2008. And then we are experiencing for 14 years in that field. And also we are officer in Coimbatore and Namakkal. Coimbatore is the head office, and our office at abroad also in Dubai and London. And also we are giving IELTS, PT and TOEFL coaching. And overseas education counseling, free overseas education counseling, and application process and admission process with free of cost. And course selection also, we are giving course selection also. And then if you think why Success Point, that we are 100% visa guarantee, still we are having 100% success rate and zero consultation fees. And also the course counseling for the students, we are giving individual consultation for to select the course. And scholarship advice also we are giving to students, and individual training for students for credibility to success in. And we are exclusive partner for BPP University for Tamil Nadu region. And also we are tied up with Roehampton, Sunderland University, and these are the university we are already directly tied up with. And also we are doing travel arrangement for UK, especially for UK. If anyone want to go to transport accommodation with free of cost, but you want to pay for the sharing amount to the house. And if you want more detail, you can contact this number. They will help you for more details. Thank you. And also I want to inform that Mr. Taranjit is BPP Client Support Manager for India and Nepal. He is coming especially for, as per request, he is coming to attend the spot admission. And once again, I want to thank to Mr. Taranjit and then my team members, because we didn't accept this crowd. Actually, very thank to my team members and my wife. Thank you.
And now I feel so pleased to invite our most privileged guest, Mr. Taranjit Singh, Client Support Officer from BPP University. Please to come over here, sir.
Here you are.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody feeling today? Great, excellent, excellent. I think it's been amazing to see all of you here, and I just wanted to tell you something. I have traveled to almost all parts of India, but I think, and I have been able to go to cities where no other university has been so far. So just to give you an example, day before yesterday, we were in Patukote, and I was just checking how many UK university representatives have visited that particular area or city, and I couldn't find anyone. So I'm really thankful to Mr. Rajadurai, his team, Success Point, to giving me this opportunity to explore uncharted territories where I can actually speak to the students, where no university goes and speak to the students and help them and guide them with their studies abroad. So I really want to thank you, and I really want to give a big round of applause for these guys and all the hard work that they are doing right now. So thank you very much again for coming here. A very warm welcome. I hope you are well fed, because this is not going to be a lecture, okay, where I will be speaking and you will be sitting and listening. I will be interacting with you. I'm a demanding person, so I will demand a lot of attention from you, and definitely I'm going to demand a lot of answers and questions from you as well. So I'm going to give you an idea on how we teach at BPP University, okay? So before I start, I want to give you one warning. If you keep quiet, then you will be the first person to be picked up. So it's better that you start talking, okay? So, because if you don't ask questions, then I will ask you to get up and ask the question, and I can pick anyone, all right? So, just be ready. Cool. A quick round of introduction. My name is Taranjit Singh. I am based in Mumbai. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai, and I am the head of student recruitment for India and Nepal. I take care of the operations for entire India and Nepal. How we function, it's very straightforward. We have an office in Mumbai. That's the regional office for BPP, and that's the only office for India and Nepal. So all the applications that we get from India and Nepal, they come to Mumbai office. I have a team member, I have a staff member of about 45 people, my colleagues, my friends who are working with me, and they do all the processing. That includes your offer letters, that includes your interviews, that includes your CAS documentation, and we check all the documents and we send it to the university, and then the university releases your final CAS letter. That's when you apply for the visa, you go to the UK, and you study there. So that's the arrangement with India and Nepal. With Tamil Nadu, again, as Rajadurai rightly said, that he is one of our exclusive partners. Success Point is one of our exclusive partners for Tamil Nadu. So if anybody want to apply at BPP University from the Tamil Nadu region, they have to come through Rajadurai and team, and they will process the application, because they are one of our exclusive partners and they have the responsibility for this particular region, and they will make sure that they support and guide the students in the right direction. So that's the arrangement that we have here. A little bit more about BPP University. We are University of Professions. What do I mean by University of Professions? We believe that if a student is coming to the university, if the student is spending 25-30 lakh rupees to come abroad, staying away from the family, friends, and their colleagues, they want to do something good, right? So, again, now let's start. This is how you will be trained in BPP as well, okay? So, let's start. How many of you guys are here for masters? Raise of hands. Almost all of them, right? Excellent. So can anybody tell me, why do you want to do a master's? Before applying for a master's program, did you ask this question to yourself? Why you want to do master's? Can anybody tell me?
Gain more knowledge.
Gain more knowledge? Yes. What else?
Get a better job.
Thank you very much. Get a better job. That's the main goal, right? What will happen if you get a better job? Thank you. Better packages. Good money, right? And it's not about greed. It's all about the fundamental right of a human being. Everyone has a right to earn good money, to do well in their life, to have a good life, not only for themselves, but for the family members and for the children in the future, right? And that's what BPP understands. We understand that if a student is coming to study masters at BPP University, it's our responsibility to make sure that we make the student ready for their future careers. Because at the end of the day, you want to get into a good job, you want to earn good money, you want to have a good life, right? Now, when I talk about all this, masters and future programs or future careers and everything, what are the two essential things that you need to excel in your careers? Can somebody tell me? What are the two important things that you need to have a good career and good knowledge? I will not agree to that. Sorry. I have a different perspective. Sorry? Sorry? Subject skills? Personality development. You are getting into modules. A student needs two things. One, good academics, and second, of course, practical knowledge will be included in the academic knowledge, academic studies. Second is work experience, right? When the employer calls a particular candidate for the interview, what does he ask you? He asks you for your academics, your qualifications, and then he asks you about your work experience, right? So at the moment, we focus on both. The mission that we have is we build careers through education. Because as I understand, we have been in this industry, in education industry, for more than 40 years. So I just wanted to give you an idea how BPP came into existence. Does anybody know what BPP stands for? Sorry? No. What is the full form of BPP? Bachelors? Business professional people? Yes. That came in later on. That was changed. Okay, so Valarmati has actually trained everyone here. So everybody knows what BPP is. I just wanted to give you a history of BPP, how it started. She must have told you the name of the founders. It was Alan Brierley, Richard Price, and Charles Pryor. These three people were accountants. Any accountants here? Any accountants? So they completed their accountancy, they became professional accountants, and they realized that accountancy is difficult. I think we have more than 100 people here, and I don't see any hands raising when it comes to accountancy. So that proves my point. Accountancy is difficult, okay? And that's what they realized in 1976. It's been that long. So what they decided is, said, okay, accountancy is difficult, but still people and students want to do accountancy. They want to study finance. So let's help them. Let's train them. They started coaching students for accountancy and finance, and then they grew and became a college. Now, it was BPP College. I must tell you, and I want to be as loud as possible, BPP is a private university. Does anybody has a problem with that? Sure? Because I'll tell you why I'm asking you. In Indian students, there is a bit of a hypocrisy. I'm sorry to use that word, but it is. There's a bit of a hypocrisy. When they want to study in India, they want to study in private colleges. Why? Because the education is good. But when they want to go to abroad, they want to study in public universities. I must tell you, this is actually a myth. When it comes to UK education system, there is something called Ofsted. The full form of that is Office of Standard Education. This is a government-owned body which regulates the education system in the UK. So if any university or a college wants to introduce a new program, they will have to send that program content, the program structure to Ofsted. The Ofsted will actually validate that product, they validate that particular program, and that's when the university can teach that program in their college or university. And it could be a private, it could be a public university or any university or college. So in the UK, there is no difference. Yes, it is true that, just to give you an example, just to make sure that you understand it quite well. So Ofsted says that in your course, you have to and you must include A to Z. Okay? And that's what university and college will have to do. But the colleges have the liberty to add A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. That's upon the university whether they want to teach this additional information to the students or not. These universities can also say APPLE is the spelling for apple. They can add that in the course content. So that's the liberty universities have. However, the public universities, they don't do that. They will only teach you A to Z, not realizing that APPLE is the spelling of apple will take you to a next level in your career. That's what BPP does. Now, I also want to say this, that BPP being a private university, we have been able to achieve so many things that still public universities and big universities are struggling to achieve. I'm going to talk that in detail. So the first achievement that we got was in 2007. Before I disclose this information, I want to request you that whatever I say today, you don't have to take it. All right? What I want you to do is, whatever information that I give you, take it as your homework, go back, you have Google, you have BPP website, you have other universities' website, go and verify that information. All right? And that's when you will be able to tell whether investing in BPP is a good idea or not, and whatever I'm saying is true or not. So I was talking about the achievements. The first achievement that we got was in 2007. That's when we got degree awarding powers indefinitely. That means we got the title of university. There are still colleges in the UK who have been teaching students for more than 100 years and still not been able to get a university title. We've been able to do that in just 40 years. That's the kind of quality education we provide to our students. What is BPP? After becoming a university, our mission was to become a global leader in education. We started expanding, we started getting more students, and we ended up with teaching more than 80,000 students every year, and from 150 countries. So we cater to 150 countries, we take students from all over the world, and of course, the first thing that we did is we started building relationships with multinational companies and started making strong links with the businesses. We have tie-up with more than 7,000 businesses all over the world. That includes all the Fortune 500 companies. How this will benefit you, I'm going to discuss that in a bit. So basically we have three schools. We have Business and Technology, we have School of Health, and then we have School of Law. I'm going to talk about each school in detail. We take about 15,000 plus students for each school. And I'm sure most of you guys will be for business school, because most of you guys will be coming on to our management programs. Okay? So I'm going to talk more about that. Business school, as I said, it's one of the schools, and being a private university, we are one of the largest business school in the UK with more than 7,000 students. And yes, we don't have big campuses. So I'm sure you must have visited other universities' websites, and you must have checked the campuses. You must have gone through the campus tour on their websites, right? Anybody did that? Anybody? You did that, right? How does it feel? Is it good? They have big campuses with parks and fountains and everything. It is, right? BPP doesn't have that. All right? We have 6 campuses in central London. We have campuses in Manchester, that's in St. James Street. We are not a traditional university. Our focus is to bring you to the UK, to teach you management program, to give you all the skills, the tools and equipments that you need to excel in your career and your professional life. Parks, fountains, you will find plenty in London. You will definitely find plenty in the UK. You have to understand that you're going for studies, not to have a picnic. Right? Sorry, but that's how it is. So we have smaller campuses, but that doesn't mean that we don't teach properly. I can guarantee you this: you go to a public university, pick up one student and ask them who's your vice chancellor and who is your dean of your school. I can guarantee you that student will not be able to tell. You're going to BPP University, and one day you will see Sarah McElroy, who's the dean of business school, coming to your class, picking up 4 or 5 students and taking them to a conference. She was here in India last month, in the month of April, and after she went back, she did the same thing. She picked up few students from data analytics class. She picked them and she took them to a conference with Salesforce. Does anybody know Salesforce? It's a big company when it comes to CRM. All the big companies, all the Fortune 500 companies, most of them, they use CRM as their Salesforce. They use Salesforce CRM. BPP use Salesforce CRM for maintaining data. It's that big. It's a global company. And Dean took the students to that conference to give them an exposure, to tell them and show them how a conference is done and what you will learn in those conferences. I have not seen any other university doing that. Smaller campuses means you will know everyone, everybody will know you. That will give you a good exposure. That will give you ease of access to your tutors. It will give the tutors a chance to know you better and help you with your weaknesses. That's how we teach at BPP University. BPP University, all the master's program, all the management programs comes with 6 months of internships. And these internships are guaranteed. Now again, let's go back and talk about why you should study at BPP University. How many of you guys have work experience here? Okay, cool. How many are looking for a job right now? I'm sure nobody's looking for a job right now because they're planning to go to UK. Now I'll find job in UK only. Right? That's okay. But anybody tried to find a job? I'm sure people with work experience know this. So let's talk about what happens. What is the first challenge that you experience when you start looking for a job? What is that first experience or first challenge that you experience? Anybody? Sorry? New kind of people, that comes later on. What is the first thing that you do? So let me give you an example. So today you woke up, you said, okay, I want to find a job. You go through newspapers, you go to Naukri.com, you go to Monster.com, and you find one company, Success Point is hiring. What is the first thing that you do? Sorry? No. Skills comes after. Eligibility, no. Somebody said something. That's after. Somebody said resume. CV? CV, right? Let me give you an idea how Indian CV looks like. Name, Taranjit Singh. Date of birth. Marital status, single. Work experience, in bold, fresher. That's how it is, right? One page. Hobbies, reading books. If girls, cooking and dancing. If boys, cricket. Am I right? That's exactly how the CV looks like in one page. In skills, they will write ton of things. Hardworking, blah, 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 blah. But that's the guy reaching office very late. Every day. No offense. But that's exactly how Indian CVs look like, right? Of course. So, yeah. Even before you make CVs, you call your friends. Do you have a copy? I want to put my name on it. Sometimes they don't even change the qualifications also. That guy is a B.Tech, he's a B.Com. And the employer is asking, what is computer management? I'm like, I didn't study this. So that's the reality of Indian students right now. I'm really sorry, but it's sad, but that's true. Because culturally, we are never taught to think about future. No college in the Indian education system, no university in Indian education system teaches you to think about your future. BPP understands that very well. We will make sure that you learn how to make international CVs, because that's the first challenge that you experience when you find a job. Because BPP, as I said, in 2007 became the university. They have degree awarding powers. That means that you will have degrees which are globally recognized. Now, when you have globally recognized degrees, do you think that you're restricted to India or UK? Do you think that? You can take opportunity anywhere in the world. It could be working in Saudi, it could be working in Middle East, in UAE, maybe Australia, Canada, anywhere where you can find a job. But when I take interviews and when I ask, what do you want to do after the course? The student says, sir, I want to come back to India and join a multinational company. And you know why the students are saying this? Because his friend has told him that if you don't say this, they will not give you admission. They will refuse your visa. They will not give you your visa. You have to tell them that you're coming back. Right? All this I'm talking out of experience. That is not true, guys. That is really not true. Nobody is going to deny your visa or nobody is going to deny your admission if you say that I'm going to stay there in the UK and learn and grow professionally. And it's not necessary that you have to say that you will come back. It's absolutely fine. When we ask you what you want to do after your course, we are genuinely trying to understand what your future aspirations are. What you actually want to do. You can say that after having a global degree, I can definitely seek opportunities in different parts of the world. It could be Australia, it could be Canada, it could be US. It's not necessary, and you're not limited to UK and India. You can take the opportunity anywhere. And that's when BPP comes into picture, when you have 6 months of internships. That's a guaranteed internships that we give. And not only that internship will help you to practice whatever you learn in your course, but in most of the cases, you have the opportunity and you have a better chance of getting absorbed by those companies that you're working for. Because your internships will be with multinational companies. If you perform well, in most of the cases, there's a possibility that the company will absorb you as a full-time employee after your internship as well. So that's the kind of exposure you will get at BPP University. Now, after making CV, what is the second challenge? Somehow you managed to copy the CV template from Google. Now you have reached the office. What is next? Interview, right? Who says that interview is easy? I say interview is easy. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Because when you know what to say and when you have knowledge, then interview is not difficult if you have done a proper research. Of course, interviews are difficult. It took me 16 interviews before I can get a job. That's my story, right? And on 15th interview, I realized when an employer asks why you want to join this company, you should never say, you are paying very good, sir. Your salary is very good. You should never say that. There is a way to say that, right? So when you're interviewed by these multinational companies, these are the smaller and minute things that they actually look into. You won't believe the kind of observations they have. Believe me. I'll share one experience with me. I was being interviewed for operations manager at Wipro. They were into Microsoft Exchange. And I was prepared for the interview with all my research and everything. But one question really made me think. You know what he asked me? He asked me a question that was opposite. He asked me, Taranjit, give us one reason why I should not hire you. Can you expect that question in an interview? It's weird, right? It's very strange. Okay, I think there are students still coming in and people are moving out. Cool. Cool, thank you. Sorry for the disturbance. Welcome. So, these are the things that happens in the interview. The interviews are difficult. So, BPP will make sure that you learn what to say, what not to say, and how to crack an interview. Now, after the interview, you got the job. What is the third challenge? People who have work experience, let's go on a trip, a memory trip. Think about your first day of your job. The first day, first job. How was the feeling? Can anybody share that feeling with me? How was the feeling? Sorry? Nervous? Sorry? I'm really sorry. Scared. You're scared? Yes? But aren't you happy and excited? You are, right? You are excited. You are happy. Now I can buy an iPhone. I don't have to ask money from my appa. Right? But that happiness and excitement is overwhelmed by feelings like scared, fear, confusion, nervousness, whom to approach, what to say, what not to say. It's 1 o'clock. Should I go for lunch? Whom should I ask? It's 6 o'clock. Should I go home or should I sleep here? Right? So BPP will also train you on how to communicate with your co-workers, your employers, your employees, your colleagues, and your managers. We will make sure that we create that environment in the university itself so that you overcome that fear, nervousness, and confusion. You will know what to do. And what is the last challenge? After getting the job, after adjusting to the atmosphere, what is the last challenge? Work hard. Yes, of course, you will work hard. But what is that challenge? Promotion? Right? Excelling in that particular area. That's the challenge. And that's when your course will come into picture. Whatever course that you have enrolled for. That's when your practical knowledge that BPP has given you will help you in pushing your career a little more forward. And when you do all this, when you know how to make CV, when you know how to crack interviews, when you know how to behave with your employees, and when you know how to perform well, what will be the ultimate goal? You get the growth opportunities quickly, you get promotions quickly, and that's what will get you a good money. Right? That's what's the ultimate goal, right? That's what BPP will help you with it. Now, this was business and technology, and that's how we will teach you. We have School of Health. If anybody is interested, we have MSc Healthcare Leadership Program. We have BSc nursing program that is again well-reputed courses. We have tie-up with NHS that can give you the opportunity to work with NHS after completing your master's program and bachelor's program. School of Law. Okay, before I get into School of Law, I was talking about the accountancy, right? I forgot to mention one biggest achievement that BPP has. We have a different level of reputation when it comes to accountancy. Being a private university, we are the only university in the entire world with a platinum approved content for ACCA. Does anybody know what is ACCA? Yes? Association of Certified Chartered Accountants. Now, any accountant who want to or who desire to do ACCA or who want to become a CA, they get registered with this particular body. It's a global body for accountants and chartered accountants. BPP University is the only university with a platinum approved content. That means that if you know anyone who's studying ACCA or who is pursuing CA, go back to them and check their textbooks. Most likely you will see a BPP logo printed on it. That means we have published more than 1 million books all over the world to teach accountancy and chartered accountancy. That's the kind of reputation we have in terms of accountancy. I have a lot of students from southern part of India who are more oriented towards accountancy programs. They are studying ACCA in cities like Chennai, Bengaluru, Kochi, even Singapore and Malaysia, but they want to come to BPP to learn accountancy. Why? Because the books that are given to them are published by BPP University. So their argument is, might as well we'll just come to BPP and study there. So that's the kind of reputation we have accountancy. We have School of Law. I'm not going to talk much about it because I don't think there are too many students here for law. The most interesting fact with law school is 60% of the pupillage that we get for our postgraduate courses in law comes from university like Oxford and Cambridge. Hard to believe, right? And I'll tell you what the reason is. The reason is UK government allocates 1,000 seats among all the UK law universities for Bar Council. Everybody know Bar Council? What's a Bar Council? Anybody know Bar Council? Barristers? What do a barrister do? They make laws, they amend laws, the constitutions. Now there are 1,000 seats that are allocated among all the universities in the UK, all the law universities in the UK, and out of those 1,000 seats, 600 are given to BPP University alone. That's the kind of trust UK government has in our education system, and that's why we get more pupillage from universities like Oxford and Cambridge for postgraduate courses. Talking about the strength, 2/3 of the accountants working in the UK have studied at BPP University at some point. Talking about the law, 1/3 of all the lawyers in the UK practicing law in the UK have studied from BPP University. That's the kind of strength we have in the UK itself. Why you should come to BPP? I talked about teaching you resumes, interviews, interacting with your co-workers, and then your course material, right? When we do all this in BPP University, this is what we achieve. 97.1%, remember this number, 97.1% of graduates completing their postgraduate courses at BPP University, they get into a highly skilled occupation within the first 15 months. Now, what do you mean by highly skilled occupation? Can anybody explain that? Highly skilled occupation? What is that? Anyone? That means a white collar job. The students passing out from BPP universities, they are not working as petrol pump attendees, they are not working as cab drivers, they are not working in restaurants as a waiter, but they are professional accountants, they are professional lawyers, and of course, they are managers in multinational companies. That's the kind of strength we have. And remember, 97.1, I'll tell you why. Second biggest reason is we don't hire teachers. It's an odd statement, right? We don't hire teachers. We hire experts from the industry. So if you are coming for a management program, and if you are coming for a management program, there is a module called Global Sustainability and Strategy. When somebody will start teaching you that course, you will notice that this guy has already worked in a multinational company and has an experience in the same respective field. Now, what is the difference between an expert and a teacher? Does anybody know? What is the experience teacher has? Sorry? Thank you. Have you gone back to your school after completing your schooling? Did anybody go back to their schools after maybe 5-6 years? Did you find the same teachers there? No? They left? Why? Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. Maybe they moved on to a different school or maybe into a different profession, okay? But I got the opportunity to visit my school. So, I applied for my son in the same school where I studied. And you know what the funny part is? They rejected my son's application for junior KG. So I went there and find the principal and I started arguing with him. I am the alumni of the school. I have studied here 12 years. Why are you denying admission to my son? And you know what answer he gave me? Son, it's a lottery system. It's a UK government that decides how to take admission. So the lottery system is that you put in an online application, they will open up a lucky draw, the name pulls up, they get the admission. They don't even look at the student's background, they don't even look at the student's parents' background, what they have done, what they have not done. But then I argued, and you know how I got my student admitted in that particular school? I recognized my teacher. I called her and she recognized me. That was the best part. So after 12 years of completing my schooling, my teacher was still there. She was teaching. She was very kind enough to give her reference for my son, and that's how I got the admission for my son. Now the point of this story is teachers have experience in teaching. Another example that I want to give you is, so if I tell you today that you go and learn swimming, what do? And I give you two options. One, watch a YouTube video. Second, hire a professional. Who's going to watch a YouTube video and learn swimming? Can raise of hands. And who's going to hire a professional? Why? YouTube video can give you nice tips and tricks on how to swim, what kind of stroke to make. Then why do you need a professional? Sorry? Oh, thank you. He knows how to save you. Right? What is the Indian education system at the moment? It is a YouTube video. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Right? There is one teacher, there's a blackboard, there are people like you, you're just yapping. There is someone in the back, like me, eating or drawing, doing something, God knows what. That's how it is, right? It's a sad part, but it is. Yet, of course, Indian education system is evolving, but it's not evolving that quickly. It's going to take another decade or maybe more than that to reach at par with the UK and other countries' education system. But that's how it is right now. But when you talk about professionals, the professional will get into the swimming pool, he will hold you, he will make sure that you balance your body and make sure that you don't drown, right? And that's why we hire professionals. We will make sure that you know the solutions to the challenges that you're going to experience in your employment role. We will give you that information right upfrontly in the university itself. And that's the impact that you will have. And then, of course, we have different modes of training. And then we have 95.6% of our postgraduate student states getting into employment or further education within the 6 months. That's, again, one of the biggest achievements. And being a private university, this is our achievement. BPP University ranks number 1 in the entire UK when it comes to future employability. And this survey was conducted by Higher Education Statistics Agency, that's called HESA. Now this agency conducts survey for all the universities in the UK on different parameters. It could be student satisfaction, it could be progression rate, it could be future employability rate, and this is where we shine. We rank number 1 when it comes to future employability. In a layman's term, if you study at BPP University, you will have a better chance of getting a good job after completing your course. And remember, I was talking about 97.1%. There is a reason to it. I did not leave behind 0.1%. And the reason for that is this. I'm not sure if you guys can see in the back. I'm going to tell you this. So these are the top 10 universities when it comes to future employability. Number 10, we have King's College with the employability percentage of 93.2. Then we have UCL with 93.3 at number 9. Number 8, we have University of Birmingham, that's 94.4. And then University of Southampton, 94.7. London School of Economics and Political Science. How many of you guys know this school? London School of Economics and Political Science. Have you heard of this? Most of our politicians have studied political science from here. In India, they might have got the job, probably not in UK. And interestingly, you have University of Oxford at number 5 with 95.6%. And then you have University of Warwick at number 4 with 96%. Imperial College of Science and Technology, 96.8 with number 3. And University of Cambridge at number 2. And we managed to beat University of Cambridge by 0.1%. They are at 97%. We are at 97.1. That's why I was emphasizing on that 0.1%. And that's the kind of education, and that's how we will prepare you for your careers. These are the few industry links that we have. I have bifurcated into different parts. In legal, you can see big companies like Slaughter & May, Allen & Overy, big legal firms in the UK. Not only they take the students for internships, but they also give students to us, they send their employees for upskilling as well. I'm going to talk about that as well. And then we have professional services. You can see Mazar, McIntyre, and Grant Thornton. And of course, in public sector, so we have very strong links with the government as well. We work very closely with Department of Transport, Ministry of Justice, because of the lawyers that we create and the barristers that we create. We also have Cabinet Office and National Audit Office. Financial services, you can see JP Morgan, UBS, Barclays, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, all the top companies that you can think of. And then healthcare and nursing, as I mentioned, we work very closely with NHS. And then industry and commerce, we have Fujitsu, IBM, Sky, Tesco. Now these are the companies, they can take our students for internship and you can get an opportunity to work in one of these companies. And yes, we do deliver training to organizations as well. And few organizations that you can see, HSBC, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, they send their employees for upskilling at BPP University. We train out of top 10 banks in the UK. We provide training for top 9 banks itself out of that 10. So that's the kind of education we provide. Remember I was talking about the first day of your job? And I was talking about how we will prepare you. This is how we will prepare you. We have purpose-built-in classrooms. This is just a glimpse of law school. So we will create that environment to overcome your nervousness and the confusion on the very first day. And you get accustomed to the atmosphere very quickly. And your performance improves and you work at your optimum level. Now you must be saying, I'm going to go for management. Why are you showing me this? But don't worry, we have a similar infrastructure for business management programs as well. So this is one of the buildings that we have just acquired that's in Portsoken Street. So most probably you guys will be placed in Portsoken Street, that's in central London. It's one of the biggest campuses that we have acquired, where you can see the buildings that we have at BPP University. You will not feel that you're going to a university or a college for education, but you will have an atmosphere which will make you feel that you are actually a part of a multinational company, and we will create that environment for you. That's how we will achieve. And that's how we get 97.1% future employability rate when the student knows what to do next. These are the most popular courses. I'm not going to talk about this in detail. We have management, project management, data analytics, digital marketing, MSc healthcare leadership, and then we have accountancy, MSc accounting and finance, BSc accounting and finance, and then we have law programs with a wide range of programs starting from LLM, LPC, PGDL, and BTC as well. So we can make you a solicitor and we can take you to a barrister level as well. And of course, we have student support. Not only in the UK, in the university you will get the support, but here in India as well. And that is why we have this model of exclusive partners in different states. Because I only have a team of 45 people. And those 45 people cannot pay attention to 5,000 applications that we get every intake. Right? So that's why we have exclusive partners. For Tamil Nadu, we have Success Point, and it's the Success Point's responsibility to provide all the possible support to the students and make sure that their application process and their application journey is seamless. So that's the responsibility that they have. And one more thing I want to point out is you don't have to be a student at BPP to get support. Because the moment you put in your application, you can start getting support immediately. Not only with your application, but we do conduct webinars every week to teach you how to make statement of purpose, which is one of your core document in your application. We will also teach you how to crack UKVI interviews, the credibility interviews. Of course, the UK embassy is not conducting interviews, but that's again a part of the training that you will go through, where you will learn how to how the UKVI interviews are conducted, what to say, what not to say, in case if the UK embassy decides to call you for an interview at the time of your visa application. So that's the support that we give even before you get admission at BPP University, and that's absolutely free. In the UK, again, a very friendly business school. As I said, it's one of the biggest. And of course, even though we are such a big entity, the interaction that you're going to have at BPP is going to be very, very personal, where everybody will know everyone, and you will have the opportunity to know your tutors and your experts in a much better way. And of course, we have expert faculty with work experience and understanding of Indian students. Now, we have expert faculties because, as I said, Indian education system is a YouTube video. The other problem with Indian education system is copy-paste. Is it? You read the textbook, you remember it, and you paste it on the answer sheet. What do you get? 100 marks. Right? But if you do that in UK, you get 0 marks. That's called plagiarism. So you have to be very careful. You cannot copy paste information from any website or any other source, or not also from your friend, because they have the tools. When they check your assessments and projects, they can tell from which website you have copy pasted this information, and they will give you a 0, because that comes on plagiarism. The way to study in the UK is you read the information, you understand the information, and then you put out your points in your own words. That's how you study in the UK. Cool? And sometimes students struggle to adjust to this new environment when they reach UK. And that's why we have expert tutors that will help, especially Indian students, to adjust to that different level of education system in the UK. So you have ample of support there in the UK itself. We do have career support. So once you reach UK, if you are finding difficulties looking for a part-time job as well while you study, you can come to career support advisors. They can help you with that as well. We have learning support. As I mentioned, that sometimes students struggle to submit their assignments on time. Maybe there is a medical issue, or maybe something went wrong and they need some extensions in their projects and assignments. They can contact our learning support professionals, and they will help you with their assignments as well. They will not make the assignments for you. Just be very clear. They will guide you on how to make the assignments. Inclusion and diversity is one of our policies, where we do not differentiate between any caste, creed, color, and race. We cater to 150 countries, so you will have the opportunity to learn different nationalities from different cultures. And of course, we have special support for international students, which I just mentioned. It says, building careers doesn't just happen in the classroom. We understand this. So make sure additional support is available to you as and when you need. Another problem with Indian student is that if they are in trouble, what they do is they call success point. Sir, I missed my class. Does success point can do anything about it? No, right? The problem with that is we have a support. Of course, Success Point can help you. I'll tell you how it can help. Success Point can contact me. I am in contact with the university. and I have access to program leaders and academic support team, and I can help you. But that will take a whole level of chain. If you want to go to Chennai, how do you go? You go to Coimbatore, you take a flight and go to Chennai, right? Do you go to Coimbatore and then go to Shimla and then go to Chennai? No, right? So what you need to do is, you just need to raise hand and tell them that I am in trouble. I need support. And of course, BPP will have support available for you there itself. That will be much, much quicker and more convenient for everyone. These are the few students that I have personally recruited for BPP, and it's all over India. Of course, I need to add some from Tamil Nadu. And that's about it, guys. Any questions? Any doubts? You can ask me anything. Sure? Cool. So what we are going to do next is, I think we are going to move to a different room. You guys can be seated here for some time. We are going to do spot admissions. That means I will check your documents. I will issue your offer letters today itself. All right? And additionally, what we are going to do is, we are going to put you through your interview process as well today. So today, you get your offer letter, you complete your interview, that's it. The next step is you pay the fees and apply for the CAS. BPP is known for its fast processing, a very straightforward application process. It's very simple. You get the offer letter, you pass the interview, you pay the fees and apply for the CAS. It's as straightforward as possible. We are going to complete 2 of the important steps here itself. We will do the spot admissions. You complete the interview, and tomorrow you can go and pay the fees and apply for the CAS as well. So it's that quick. You will have the opportunity to meet me personally, one-on-one. So if you don't want to ask any questions right now, you can ask me then. I will be more than happy to assist you. Cool. Thank you so much, guys, and I wish you all the best for your future. But do the research before you decide anything, and then take your career forward. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Rajadurai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the most valuable and informative sharing session. On behalf of students, I'd like to acknowledge this. We feel really grateful for you because you shared what really happens behind the abroad study. And students, actually, it's time for us to show the gratitude with a big round of applause to sir. Actually, sir, while training them, they were very scared about the interview. We used to say, sir is very friendly. Now they would have acknowledged that. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your being here with your in spite of a busy schedule. Thank you. Now I request our staff, Mrs. Kavita, to give away the gifts.
So now it's the time, sir, give us some time, like to distribute the gifts to all my colleagues and staff. I request Sujita first to get her gift from the sir.
Thank you, Sujita. All the best. Thank you for all your hard work.
And Rajakumari. I request Rajakumari to come and get her gift. Selva Priya, please come.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Lavanya.
Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you for your hard work.
Sangeeta. Kesiga. Ranganayagi.
Actually, sir, she works literally hard to make students ready for this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Students are also very cooperative, and I'm really happy to work for Success Point. Sir and ma'am are very friendly to me, and I know them, since 2017 I know them. So they are very friendly, and I really thank them for giving me this opportunity to work for them. And I'll definitely work for them until, I'm in India. I'll definitely only work for Success Point and for BPP. Thank you, students. Thank you for coming here. Thank you.